What's going on, man? You know what it is. It's Clayton English, man. You done see me on everything. Last Comic Standing, rocking with the 85 South. You can catch me on Netflix, but I'm rocking with Trill TV right now. Some of y'all was around where rap first started. When rap first started, look, hey, I love hip-hop music. I'm glad it started, but I'm glad they don't rap like that anymore. That shit was terrible. It was boring. Every song, they just rap about whatever they saw that day. Whatever they saw that day, that's what they take to the studio. He comes to the studio, broken glass everywhere. All people pissing in the corners, they just don't care. I don't give a fuck what you saw when you got off the bus. Nothing to listen to no whole album full of observations. And the chicken tastes like wood, I don't care. Why are you singing about it? It wasn't even good.
All right, this is Trill Talk TV. You got Clayton in the building in Raleigh, North Carolina.
Yeah, man.
How you doing today, man?
Man, I'm good, man. How y'all doing, man? Yeah. Good to be in the North Cac, man.
Yeah. So how's the shows been coming so far?
They've been good, man. People been coming out, man. All types of people. And it's just good to be back down this way, man. I've been living out in LA, so it's good to get that southern feel back.
So what can they expect when they come to a Clayton show?
Man, you can expect everything. We talking about anything and everything, but it's gonna be in a format where I'm just like kicking it with people in my living room, man. That's how I like to do it. I like to make it real conversational, make everybody feel involved and interactive. And if anybody gets offended, it's some whole nother stuff they got going on in their life. It's nothing to do with what I'm saying or my performance.
So what got you into comedy? Was you like class clown or something like that, or?
Nah, man, I was funny, but I didn't know comedy was a thing, man. I used to love watching comedians. My parents used to let me watch HBO specials. You know, I watched Robin Harris, George Carlin, you know, Eddie Murphy, people like that. They let me watch that at an early age. So I always admired comedians, but I never knew it was a thing because I never saw anybody around me actually doing it. So I was always funny, and people kept telling me, you should do comedy, but it just kept nagging at me. I was like, man, I gotta try it. I gotta try it. I can't go to the grave with having not tried something. You know, if it's something I had to shoot that shot. First time I did it, it just clicked. I was like, oh, okay. This is what it is. This is what I've been doing. Okay. And it just, it fell into place.
So you all stumbled in, got an acting too, you know, from the Preacher's Kid, Tyler Perry.
Yeah, man.
So how did that come about?
Comedy.
Yeah.
Alpha Tyler, who was the casting director for Tyler Perry at the time, she came to a show. She gave me a card. She said, I keep you in mind if I think you got a role you'd be good for. You know, and she did that. She called me, I auditioned. They picked me out of, it was like every comedian in Atlanta auditioning that day. But, you know, it was 2 roles and I got one of them. So it was cool. And the thing I love about just Tyler Perry Studios and Alpha Tyler in particular, she was going out actually looking for talent in the city, which is more than I can say for the people that were coming to the city and shooting stuff. Like Tyler was actually based there, and he would go find people from plays, acting classes, stand-up comedy. So I just appreciate that opportunity. That was my first acting. I was only supposed to do 1 episode. Wound up doing like 14, so yeah.
So also we can see you on Wildin' Out right now.
Yeah, man, I did a little work on Wildin' Out, man, with the Incredible Fam and all those dudes, man.
So what was that like doing improv comedy? Is that hard or easy for you?
Oh man, I mean, you got to give them guys a lot of credit, man. That show, I don't think that show gets enough credit for the work they put in, man. You know, they may shoot, you know, 2 shows a day, and they going. Once the show starts rolling, it's really on you. It's really on you. There's nothing nobody else can save you. You're responsible for working in a group, but you're also responsible for you being individually funny. So yeah, it's fun, but it's work. That's the thing people don't get. Oh, I look like y'all have a good time. Yeah, we have a good time. We enjoy it, but we working. Like it's not no, you know, we just sitting back, kicking it. Like we getting ready for the next thing. We putting stuff together. So yeah.
So I've been reading the comments, people talking about your style of comedy. They compare you to Dave Chappelle. Do you feel like that's a fair comparison, or?
I'm definitely a Dave Chappelle fan, man. I'm probably one of the, you know, that was the young dude from my generation that kind of like, all the comedians when I was coming up were a little bit older, and he was more talking about the stuff in my age bracket and age range, and it made it more familiar to me, you know. So yeah, man. I mean, I don't want to, you know, sound like anybody. You know what I'm saying? But that's not a bad compliment. I'll take it, and you know, I definitely that's one person I look up to in the comedy game, man.
So you won the last Common Stamina. Was that a big challenge, or how was that?
Oh man, it was crazy because I never planned on winning. My whole goal was just to work on the road. I just wanted to be able to come places like Raleigh and, you know, go to places like Charlotte and hit the clubs, just hit different clubs and, you know, get some exposure in different cities. So really when I went in, I was just like, let me just try to get into the top 10 and maybe I could get some more work from that. But once I got in it, man, it was, hey man, let's go for the whole thing. You know, you saw some people like this other comedians and they're like, man, I don't even really want to do this. I'm booked up. I got other shows. I'm booked. And I'm looking around like I'm not. Like I need this work. So I'm about to go get it. And it just worked out, man. Wanda Sykes was great. Paige was great. Those are the producers. Yeah, man, everybody on there was great, man.
So you dropped a comedy album last year.
Yeah.
Hope you expect some more from you in the future.
Yeah, I think I'm going to do another one, man. I really, see, I'm going to say it. That way I have to hold myself to it. I'm trying to drop multiple ones. I want to do like 2 in the same year, man. It might not be the length of the first one, because I gave him a little length on that one, but you know, I might shorten it up. But I want to definitely drop another project, probably before the end of this year, 2019.
All right. So what else you got going on for like acting? Like I know you got some more shows coming up.
Man, just hey man, acting, writing, anything. If you see me on anything, don't change the channel. Let's see, on Netflix right now they got a show called The Fix with D.L. Hughley and Jimmy Carr. I got an episode on there, so you can check that out. That's a good look. It was good working with those guys. D.L. super cool. Jimmy was great. Yeah, man, just stay tuned. Like I got a few things. You know, you can't talk about stuff in this Hollywood stuff. You can't talk about stuff until it come out. Because I tell people stuff and then it never comes out. And then they're like, well, what happened to that? And I'm like, man, I ain't had nothing to do with it. It never got released. So, yeah, all I can say is stay tuned.
I know one thing I want to see. If it ain't out yet, the 85 South crew, I need to see the comedy tour.
Oh, yeah, man. Come on, man. We putting it together, man. Like, I'm trying to, you know, I've been on the West Coast and I've been having other obligations. So, yeah, we definitely got to link back up, man. I had fun. Last one I did, we was at FAM, so that was my alma mater. So, yeah, definitely more of that in the works. And I think you're going to see some big stuff coming from that on some other fronts, too. So, you know.
Yeah, because all y'all, I know I'm a fan of just about every one of y'all.
Yeah, man, I'm telling you, it's not even a show, man. That whole movement is more of a network, man. You know, it's a network of people that put that together and make it work, so.
All right, so give people your Twitter and everything, your Instagram, so people can keep up with you.
Man, Clayton English on everything. All one word. Clayton English. Clayton, English like the language. If you can't spell it, I don't really want you to follow me. I feel like you got other stuff you should focus on. So, yeah.
So make sure y'all check the show, and then after the show, do you get a bowl of cereal?
Man, you already know, man. I don't eat cereal on the road. That's a home thing. You know what I'm saying? It's not the same on the road. Got to be at home with my cabinet and my, you know, lactose-free milk.
All right. I appreciate you, man.
Thank you, bro. Appreciate it.
All right.